harnesses. I'm a hybrid between vampire and werewolf. I'm a hybrid. My dad's a vampire. My blood dad's a vampire. My blood mom's a werewolf.
In the quiet expanse of Idaho, a man in his mid-20s has garnered an unsettling reputation under the names of Corbin, Shadow Raven, and, last but not least, Jupiter the Hybrid. Through a series of disturbing live streams, he has confessed to committing some of the most abhorrent crimes imaginable, leading to an ongoing investigation by local law enforcement. The saga surrounding Jupiter the Hybrid is undeniably one of the most chilling cases to emerge from internet fame. Corbin's tumultuous journey began at a tender age, when he was forcibly removed from his biological parents and placed into the United States foster care system. This is alleged to be caused by his parents' frequent drug use. Despite eventually finding a foster family to call his own, his early years were overshadowed by a profound drama, mainly stemming from one of his brothers, whose behavior was described as genuinely malevolent. Now, before we get past his early life, he would claim that his father was a vampire and that his mother was a werewolf. This harrowing upbringing instilled in Corbin a troubling desire to mimic the harmful actions he witnessed, ultimately resulting in his placement within a group home. However, even in this structured environment, he could not escape the shadow of his past. Seeking an outlet, he turned to the internet, where he soon caught the eye of a content creator named Linda Binda.
Meaning I wound up with both their powers. So when I first got on with you, my skin started to itch. That's the one thing about us magical creatures. When we actually interact with others of our kind, we get itchy.
My shoulder was just getting itchy when I first met you. I was itching right here.
Yeah, I usually get itchy around my neck.
Tell me about your ideal date. If you had to take me on a date, what would you do to me? I mean, with me.
You're funny. You're funny. And cute. So I'd probably take you somewhere nice. Probably take you up to Golden Corral from my place.
Lured by Jupiter's eccentric personality and the shocking admissions he made on camera, Linda conducted a series of interviews with him. During these discussions, Jupiter, hungry for romantic connection, openly confessed to numerous crimes while embellishing his life story with a tapestry of fictional tales designed to impress Linda. Among his outrageous claims was a supposed association with the hacking group Anonymous. He boldly proclaimed, "I ran with a group of hackers. It was fun while it lasted." Additionally, he referred to himself as the King of Thieves. I'm not making this up, people. He was boasting about his pickpocketing prowess. These absolutely fantastical stories merely scratched the surface of Jupiter's absolutely deluded mindset. He appeared to genuinely believe that he was a hybrid of a vampire and a werewolf, insisting that his lineage included these mythological creatures. He elaborated on blood magic concepts, professing an uncanny ability to somehow instill life into inanimate objects, which he dubbed as homunculi. Clearly, Jupiter has seen way too many episodes of Full Metal Alchemist. When probed in an interview about blood consumption, he stated, "Not human blood. I can bring inanimate objects to life and use them as a blood source, though."
Ask him what color does his eyes change based on his mood. Does like red equal angry, blue equal sad?
Well, when my eyes glow a subtle blue, that's usually when my eyes are that's when I'm feeling kind of out of it and down. My eyes will glow a whitish red color if I'm pissed off. And when I'm just feeling happy, my eyes stay the color they are when I'm feeling happy. Or when I'm just having a good time, my eyes will stay that color. But when I'm mad...
What's your deepest, darkest fantasy?
My darkest fantasy is to watch all those who wronged me die by my hand. That's my darkest one.
Oh yeah, let's get into that. They want us to address the pedophile word again.
I was set up. That's my side. I was set up. I was really set up.
That was a lie.
I was set up. I was tired. I was high on nicotine and I wasn't thinking straight.
So, have you stopped talking to minors on TikTok?
Yes, I have. I stopped. I quit doing that.
As Linda's interviews unfolded, Jupiter's confessions took a darker turn. He revealed unsettling details about his history, including allegations of violent behavior directed towards his sister. Corbin attempted to deflect responsibility, claiming that the charges against him resulted from her influence. Conversely, his sister emerged from the shadows to recount the physical violence she had endured at her brother's hands during their childhood.
I think I was like 18, 19. We were heading into town because we lived
lived in a small town. There's 2 restaurants and a cafe out there, and that's it. But I wanted to go somewhere for dinner and just kind of feel some form of regularness after my mom died. So we got my 2 sisters and me and Corbin and my dad. We planned to go out to eat for my birthday, and Corbin lived the furthest, so dad picked him up, brought him to the house, got me and one sister, and then we were off to get my oldest sister. Car broke down because it ran out of gas. Oldest brother came with some gas and my dad stepped out. My sister and I that were in the car decided to idle ourselves, like entertain ourselves while we're being idle. So we started singing songs that we liked, and Corbin didn't like that, so he told us to stop or he'd hurt us. And we didn't. We told dad, because dad had opened the door to grab something. We're like, Dad, he's threatening us again. He's like, oh, just ignore him. He doesn't mean anything by it. He doesn't understand what he's saying. He doesn't understand what he's doing. I'm like, no, Dad. He legit, in regards to what happened with Jupiter, will hurt us. We decided to continue with what we were doing because, that's what our dad told us to do. And Corbin grabbed the seatbelt. I was in the front seat and he pulled it tight so I couldn't move it, strangling me basically. And so I took off my shoe and I hit him with it. And he then turned to CR and said that he was going to strangle her next. And I told him if he so much as laid a finger on her, my high heel shoe that I had in my hand was going to go into his skull.
Oh my gosh. Was that the first time he ever tried to hurt you?
No, that was the last.
The sordid history of Corbin's family extended beyond his personal experiences. He also revealed that the 2 of his brothers had been incarcerated for crimes of a similarly disturbing nature, further contributing to the grim legacy of their upbringing. Despite facing increasing scrutiny, he continued to seek inappropriate online interactions with minors across various social media platforms, often justifying his actions through misguiding rationalizations related to being, quote, high on nicotine or suffering from lack of sleep and drunkenness. Jupiter would maintain a bizarre narrative throughout his interviews with Linda and other content creators. He believed that voicing remorse could somehow absolve him of his past misdeeds. He subscribed to a very peculiar philosophy asserting, as long as you own up to something and apologize for it, you're instantly forgiven. However, the mounting evidence against him is complex and difficult to ignore. Videos have surfaced revealing his attempts to solicit explicit images from underage individuals, further complicating his already precarious situation. During discussions, he frequently refrained from expressing genuine contrition and resorted to various excuses and justifications.
So yeah, half the stuff that I did, what drove me to do it was nicotine and alcohol. That shit really messed me up, really messed up who I was, it messed up the person I was. And to tell you all the truth, I may be many things, but a child prep I am not.
I get a lot of DMs every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why are there still people coming to me saying that you're talking to them and they're 15 or 16 years old?
I don't know. I stopped caring. I don't give a shit.
But you understand how you told me a few weeks ago that you stopped talking with them. But I found out that you told them that you would pay them to ride your
Don't
cock.
say the word. It was supposed to be a joke. And people took that way too far. It was a joke.
But that was only about a week ago. Do you think it's the teenagers' fault for, being flirtatious with you?
It is, really. It's their own fault for doing shit. It's their own fault. They're the ones who contacted me. I didn't do a damn thing.
It's their fault for when you say, want to be mine, and you say, well, we can make it work. And they tell you that she's 16. And then you say, sure.
I'd rather shut my mouth on that. And that was back then. This is now.
That was 6 days ago.
I'm working my ass off.
But you understand how I can see these messages and think, oh no, he's doing the same thing over and over again.
In the particular revealing live interview we just watched, his demeanor shifted dramatically when confronted with incriminating evidence of his past actions and even current ones. Throughout these discussions, a more sinister facet of Corbin's personality began to emerge. He began making alarming threats and claims of demonic possession, declaring, I am a were-demon dragon. I will be the demon that waits for you to go to bed. As Corbin navigated the tumultuous journey, he appeared to morph into a master of self-manipulation. He candidly discussed his past while attempting to mold a narrative to suit his desired self-image. When pressed with firm challenges to his statements, he often grew defensive, swiftly resorting to threats and peculiar assertions regarding his alleged supernatural affiliations.
Hey, Jupiter here with a message to my supporters. Thank you for sticking by me. And to my haters and some my potential hitmen wanting my head, I only have one thing to say. Fuck all y'all. Thanks for ruining my image, jerks. I hope you all die in the worst possible ways. And by the way, fuck you. That's how I'm staying in the loop. Bye.
I've had a lot of paranormal stuff going on in my house. Weird footsteps in the kitchen when no one's in there. Feeling a presence in my room. And just recently, a couple weeks ago, I was in the kitchen making myself some dinner. And if any of you asked what I was making, it was ramen. And I was stirring it and everything, preparing to dump it all into a bowl. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, I feel something grab the back of the nap of the shirts that I was wearing to keep warm. I feel something or someone grab the back and pull me backward. Scared the ever-living daylights out of me. And I don't know if that spirit was malevolent or benevolent, but I'm still freaking out about it. It's still fresh in my mind. As I was saying, the entity, whatever or whoever it was, grabbed me by the nape of my shirt and ripped me back, nearly making me drop the pot of ramen. And it was a hot pot of ramen, mind you. And I'm still scared, so yeah.
Basically study things that are not known to humans, like the paranormal world around us and the multiverse. I mean, that's a poltergeist you're thinking of.
Jupiter the Hybrid would vanish from the internet for some time. A post from the Nampa Police Department would be posted stating the following. Earlier today, Nampa police detectives executed a search warrant at a residence in the 1900 block of West Bella Lane involving internet crimes against children. While the investigation is ongoing, no one has been charged yet, and we have no details of the case to release. We wanted to take this opportunity to remind parents that social media platforms can be useful, but are often breeding grounds for predators. Please make sure you're always monitoring your child's social media accounts and report any suspicious activity. Now, it would be unfortunate because even though the police would take his devices such as his phone, his computer, etc., they would have tons of evidence and information sent to them, it would seem that he would get away with it and they would drop the investigation. Linda can explain more.
The Nampa police are not going to put him in prison for a few reasons. There's not any evidence of him sending bad pictures of minors. There's no explicit, there are statements, words that he says, but that's not actual proof. And they have his computer, they have his phone, they have everything. They should have the evidence.
This one chick who I dated back in high school, know what she did after I f***ed her?
What?
Pressed charges on me. After this, we can talk on Facebook and I can take a shower for you. I sometimes let the women I'm close to watch me shower.
As far as I'm aware, the police investigation into his activities online does remain active, and a growing repository of evidence against him continues to lurk in the background, waiting for the appropriate moment to emerge. As time passes, it becomes increasingly more clear that his actions carry deep implications. In the aftermath of his live streams and interviews with Linda, many remain hopeful that justice will prevail, and that Corbin's cycle of behavior will be addressed through appropriate legal channels. The hope at the end of the day is that those impacted by his actions can find some semblance of closure and healing after all this. Now, as it stands, Jupiter the Hybrid story may not yet be over. Now, while he is not as active online as he used to be, he does still actively post over on Instagram, TikTok. He has been seen on live panels with Kiwi Tapes and other channels of the like. So he is out there lurking, and I do believe Linda is out there still hunting. Though the attention and scrutiny that followed his confessions might have temporarily halted his more dangerous activities, still the question remains, will he be able to break free from the grip of his darker impulses, or will the shadows of his past continue to haunt him and those around him? He seems to not be changing though. In this clip you'll see he pretty much denies everything and doesn't seem to care about the quote-unquote haters.
Okay. Since all of you don't believe that I'm going to be safe online, here's what I'm going to say to you. All of you. I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn what you think of me or how you think of me. I really don't give a damn. This is the only chance I'm telling you to back off. And the next person who calls me a pedophile, let's just say you'll suffer. You'll suffer my wrath. I'm not one to be played with. You honestly think that I give a damn. Jupiter is eternal. He's not gonna die. He's eternal. He has a name and a symbol. I'm guarding this world against the hate. I'm taking back what is rightfully mine. You can't silence me, no matter what you do. You can't silence me because I won't break. I'm unbreakable.
And with that, the story of Jupiter the Hybrid comes to a close, at least for now. I'm sure there's more to cover. I'm sure there's going to be updates coming in the near future. As long as he's not in jail or in some sort of loony bin, I'm sure he's going to be out there doing something depraved. This guy doesn't seem to learn his lesson. He seems to be just like every other lolcow that falls into this cycle and thinks that if he's out of the public eye for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, everyone will just forget what he did and suddenly he'll be a whole new person online. It's truly the Cyrax effect. Jupiter, Dark Raven, whatever you want to call him, is a predator through and through. He's been caught several times, he's admitted it, he talks about it openly, but he thinks that just because it's in the past and that he's apologized for it, that it doesn't matter anymore. But that's truly not the case, especially when he's actively still being caught with the same exact things time and time again, talking to minors. It is truly unfortunate to see that the police don't quite have the evidence that they think they need yet to be able to take further action against him. But hopefully, in the near future, we'll get some updates on all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Be sure to slap that like button if you haven't. Helps us reach more people so they're aware of predators like this online. We definitely want to keep the kitties safe out there, that's for sure. TikTok is an interesting place. Whether it gets banned or not, it definitely seems to be a cesspool of absolute degenerates. Be sure to comment down below letting me know your thoughts about Jupiter and all this. If there's any other lolcows, any other weirdos you'd like to see me cover, let me know. Definitely always down to spread the word. Subscribe if you're new. We upload videos like this multiple times a week, and I'll see you guys soon.